All right, Jake, thank you so much for coming on Inside Fighting. We're in the Sid Media podcast studio right now, but appreciate you taking the time before your fight. You're 48 hours out right now. So, it's fight week. Training camp is complete. What is the mindset of Jake right now, 2 days out before your fight with Andre?
Man, just having fun, enjoying the moment, staying relaxed, taking everything in, and ready to enter into the ring on Friday night.
Nice, man. Yeah, this is, it's an interesting fight because you say a lot of your critics are like, you're not fighting legitimate boxers. And I think a lot of people know this by now, but Andre is a three-time, Golden Gloves champion, 10-1, same weight class, serious competitor. I watched a bit of press conference right now and saw a little bit of the back and forth, which was fun between, everybody. But how do you see this fight going?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pick him apart and be the sharper fighter. I don't think he can get out of the way of my punches, and we'll just see how long he can stand there and take damage, really.
Thanks, man. So you've got boxing world champion, MMA fighter, NFL. I know you told Ariel recently you wanted to do 2 or 3 fights next year in boxing and keep very active, and MMA is a possibility for the end of year. So if you win Friday night, I mean, there's some names that you've thrown out, but is Tommy Fury the most likely next opponent for you, or what are you thinking?
Man, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if these guys are going to want to do these rematches, but I'm on the path to a world champion and just staying focused and staying in camp, ready and active at all times. And if some money fights come up, that's great. But I'm taking the more traditional boxing route right now. So it's back to the drawing board after this. And obviously there's a lot of big names out there. They're just difficult to work with, and they really don't want to make these fights happen.
Yeah, it's that's always been the big difference between MMA and boxing. There's some pros and cons to both of them. The PFL is making some big moves right now. A little bit of contrasting styles to the UFC, but even with PFL and Bellator, you can see that they're able to put some of the best fights together, and that's something where boxing needs to go to. You got to have support for the fighters, but you also got to make the fights happen. So that makes sense.
Much like the fight game, the NFL is a sport where any team can win on any given Sunday, and that's why it's one of my favorite sports to bet on. And right now, if you're a new DraftKings customer, you can go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, bet $5, get $150 of bonus bets instantly just by using promo code INSIDEFIGHTING. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, it's not a big deal because you can always just go to DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports and get in on the action there. So if you guys want to bet on some NFL games, new customers, go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, bet $5, get $150 of bonus bets instantly. You just got to use promo code INSIDEFIGHTING.